And I'm writing in the board very similar to the one. So how to write a summary? What is the title? The title is confidence interval for what? I am talking about the mean and about the variance. That's fine. For the mean, I'm using what? As usual, when I'm finding the mean or comparing the mean in the hypothesis testing, I use Z and I use T. Do you remember this one? Okay. For the variance, you take one sample, right? So for the variance, we use what? One sample variance. The question was in the exam, and most of you solve it by Z and T, except Dean, I think. Yes. This is what? Chi-square, right? Let's go for the confidence interval. What does it mean, confidence interval? If you remember the normal distribution, okay, you have a right tail, and you have left tail, right? So if you are talking about Z, I will explain it in here. So I have a right tail, and this was the rejection area, if you remember, and I have another tail here. All of us. Okay. Now, yes, we have here critical value, and here I have critical value. So what is Z in this case? We have Z here for what? Yes, alpha over 2. And what is the Z here? Is Z of 1 minus alpha over 2. Yes, this is the confidence interval. This is what? This is the confidence interval. Okay? For the normal distribution. But I'm talking about the mean. If you remember, for the mean, Z stat was what? If you remember this one. Do you remember? Yes? Can anyone remind me? For one sample, X bar minus mu over sigma root square n. That's fine. So what? You just multiply this one. Multiply this one. So I have X bar minus mu in one side. So this one implies to what? Z alpha over 2 times sigma over root square n equal to X bar minus mu. I'm looking for mu, right? So I'll move this one to this side and move this one to the other side. So mu will equal to X bar minus Z alpha over 2 sigma over root square n, right? So X bar is the sample mean. So before I'm starting, this is X bar is the notation for sample mean. Okay, sigma square population variance. Small n is the sample size. Okay, this is all what I need. And S square sample variance. Okay, this is a notation I need here. Can you write it down in a piece of paper? Because you can write it, because I don't have enough space. So right after me, you just write it down and just upload it. Okay. So
Can you repeat, please?
Okay. Let's go for the
Not
title.
all of it.
Okay. I have confidence interval for what? For means now, and I will get the confidence interval for the variance in this lecture, right? The mean linked to what? Z or T, right? Z or T. Let's go for Z.
Yes.
Z, when I have two tail, as I remember, I have two critical value, one in the left and one in the right. In Z and T, I don't care if I get one of them, the other one will be the negative of the other one, right? Because it is symmetric about the zero. So if you get the right one, you just multiply it by the different sign, you will have the left one. Okay? So your population mean, so if you like, confidence interval for population mean. Okay, so the left one, and this is a confidence interval in this one. Okay, so your mu will be bigger than the smaller value, which is x bar yes, x bar minus z alpha over 2 sigma over root square n. All the notation, you know it already. N is a sample size, sigma is a standard deviation of the population, x bar is the mean of the sample, okay? Small n is the sample size. Z alpha over 2 is the value of z, and alpha is the level of significance, right? Alpha is the level of significance. Okay, so, and this is one less than the bigger one. The bigger one is just x bar my plus z alpha over 2. Yes, I changed the sign because this is the right one. Z alpha over 2 sigma over root square n. This is the confidence interval for the mean, right? When I'm using Z. So you're using Z when what? Yes, when sigma known, right? Or what? Or the sample size bigger than 30. When n bigger than 30, you do what? You replace sigma by S. And you know what does it mean S? What does it mean sigma? S is the standard deviation for the sample. Sigma is the standard deviation for the population. Easy now?
Could you just repeat the last part?
The last part, I have here my mu for the normal distribution is 0, right? Here, when you move one standard deviation to the right, you will have 68% your mean will lie in this part, right? If you move 2 standard deviation, you will have 95% your mean will lies in these 2 values, right? And etc. So the value between the 2 critical value is the expectation of my mean, right? So I have a lower bound. This is a lower bound. This is called a lower bound. And this is, I call it upper bound. Easy?
Yeah, and what about when you replace, when n is bigger than 30?
You just replace, I'm telling you here, replace sigma by S in this formula, right?
Oh, okay. I got you now.
I mentioned this one. Okay. Can you please take a screenshot after just move this one and make it different. Can you take a screenshot? If you don't understand anything from this summary, please let me know and I will write it down for you again. So this is the confidence interval. The lower bound of the value of the population mean is this value. The upper value of the population mean is this value, right? So this is what does it mean interval. It means between so and so, right? Did you take a screenshot?
Yes, doctor. I will send it in the chat.
Okay, thank you very much. Now what I'm going to do, as your friend said, when n greater than 30, you just take this one out and put it as what? S. And in this one, you just put this one S. This is when what? In the second way, when n greater than 30 عشان ما تزعلش. Ahmed, I think.
Yeah, I got that point. Don't worry about it.
Okay, no. I'm worried about any one of you. So to be very clear.
Doctor, I tried understanding, but I can't.
Okay, I will explain it next time. Okay, now, right? So when n greater than 30, here it is, Ahmed. Okay. Can you take a screenshot, Zaid, and you put in the chat?
I read this for this one. I already uploaded.
No, for this one. Just to explain when n greater than 30, right?
يلا اوكي.
يا بنتي يا اللي قلت مش فاهمه. بص يا بنتي، هتكلم بالبلدي كده عشان ما تبقاش لانجوج بروبلم. انا لما كنت ستودنت برضو كان عندي مشكله في اللغه العلميه يعني، تمام؟ فانا هتكلم بالبلدي كده. انت عندك الزيت ستات، فاكراها؟ ايوه، الزيت ستات كانت عباره عن مين؟ اكس بار فور وان سامبل ماينس ميو على مين؟ على سيجما روت سكوير ان. دي الزيت ستات. عايز اشوف اما يكون عندي فورمولا لازم اعرف مفرداتها ايه هي. الميو مين هي؟ الميو لبوبوليشن مين؟ the population مين. طيب والاكس بار دي سامبل مين. تمام كده؟ السيجما مين هي؟ the population standard deviation. تمام كده؟ ال N من هي؟ ال N هي sample size. دي sample size. خلاص؟ طيب تعالي هنا، كل اللي هتعمليه زمان كانوا بيقول لك اضرب دي في دي كده. طيب يبقى الاكس بار ماينس ميو هتظل هنا، والزد ستات او بلاش زد ستات عشان ما نخشش، خليها زد زي ما هي كده، انما دي الفورمولا اللي انا بستخدمها. ماشي، وادي الزيت اهي هتضرب في سيجما على روت سكوير ان. لغايه هنا في مشكله يا بنتي؟ ما فيش. طيب هعمل ايه؟ هجيب الميو هنا وهجيب الكلام ده هنا، يبقى الميو هتبقى هنا والاكس بار هيطرح منها زد سيجما على روت سكوير ان. تعال نشوف ليه هنا انا قلت الفا اوفر 2. ايوه، الزيت شكلها ازاي؟ ايوه انا فاكر كده، كانت كده اهو. ماشي، وكان عندي الرايت تيل وعندي ليفت تيل، وكنت بجيب الزيت اللي هنا كانت عباره عن زيت الفا اوفر 2. بكل بساطه هنا مش ضروري اكتب زيت اوف 1 ماينس الفا اوفر 2. انا مش جبت دي اغير الاشاره بتاعتها. تمام كده؟ مش هو سيمتريك والنص اللي على اليمين هو مرايه، صوره مرايه للنص اللي على الشمال والعكس بالعكس. خلاص، يبقى هيبقى في واحده الفا اوفر 2 هنا، تمام، وفي واحده تاني بدل الماينس هتبقى ايه؟ بلس.
بوزيتيف. يس.
تمام كده، الله يرضى عليك. سيجما على روت سكوير ان، وادي اكس بار وادي ميو. دول هم الكونفيدنس انترفال بتوع مين؟ بتوع الميو. مين الميو؟ البوبوليشن مين. اقدر اكتبها كده اكس بار ماينس زد الفا اوفر 2، وهنا سيجما اوفر روت سكوير ان كده اهو، كانترفال عادي زي ما كنت بكتبه زمان. او واحد مش عاجبه كده هيكتب الاكس بار.
دكتور،
نعم.
sorry, this is the upper and the lower values.
ايوه اللور، ده اللور، ده اللور ده اللور، وده الابر. تمام؟ اي انترفال بقول لك بين 2 و3 بتكتب كده صح؟ او عايز تكتبها بهذا الشكل خلاص. اعيد تاني يا بنتي.
لا دكتور.
خلاص لما تكوني عارفه السيجما خلاص انتهت المشكله. طيب ولما يكون n، لو كان n اكبر من 30 يبقى انا ما عنديش السيجما unknown هنا في الحاله دي، والسيجما unknown، لا تعرف الستاندرد ديفيشن بتاع البوبوليشن ولا بتاع. كل اللي بتعمليه بتشيل السيجما دي لانك ما تعرفهاش وتحط مكانها مين؟ اس. خلاص كده؟ يبقى مطلوب منك انك تقدر في الحاله دي لازم تعرف المين بتاع السامبل، تحسبيه بالاله الحاسبه، تحسبيه بالاكسل، وكمان الستاندرد ديفيشن، واحنا عارفين نتصرف ازاي. وضحت اظن الكلام ده؟ الله، طب ما هو ده تقدر تعمل المين؟ للتي، صح ولا لا؟ كل اللي هعمله هشيل الزيت واحط مكانها مين؟ التي.
التي.
والسيجما في حاله التي unknown، صح ولا لا؟ والان كمان اقل من 30 يبقى السيجما ايه؟ unknown.
اس.
وكمان ايه؟ الان اقل من 30. انا بالنسبه لي انا كأسامه بصراحه السيجما unknown بروح للتي من غير، حتى لو الان اكبر من 30. تمام؟ لاني اي دونت بليف يعني ان ال 30 تفرق عن ال 29 وعن ال 31 اي شيء، خاصه لما في الميديكال ريسيرش is very crucial to have a mistake. دي حياه بشر يعني. تمام؟ فاروح للافضل والاحسن. الله، يبقى انا هشيل الزيت واحط مكانها مين؟ التي.
تي.
وبرضه هنا التو كريتيكال فاليو بدل ما هم تي هيبقوا ايه؟ 2 تي. تي هنا اوف الفا اوفر 2 صح؟ مش انا قلت التي هي نفسها التي بس اغير الاشاره؟ ما هو سيمتريك زيه زي تمام؟ او واحد تاني يقول لي ما هي تي اوف 1 ماينس الفا اوفر 2، اقول له استنى اصبر، التي مش زي الزد، لازم لك الديجري اوف فريدم صح؟ الديجري اوف فريدم تساوي كام يا جماعه الخير؟ فاكرين؟ الان ماينس 1 صح ولا لا؟ ايوه، يبقى هنا الفا اوفر 2 وان ماينس 1 اللي هي تساوي ايه؟ الديجري اوف فريدم. تمام. والناحيه الثانيه ما تقلقش عليها، الناحيه الثانيه يا سيدي شايف كل اللي عملته الملخص ازاي؟ كل اللي عملته ان انا بس ليه خدت الفا اوفر 2 زي ما قلت لك؟ لان التي اللي هنا هي تي اوف 1 ماينس الفا اوفر 2. نعم، ده ال الكلام المظبوط بتاعها. تمام. والديجري اوف فريدم هي ديجري اوف فريدم هي سامبل سايز ماينس 1. اقول لك ما تعبش نفسك، جبت دي خلاص اضربها في ناقص. تمام. طيب ده كلام جميل. برضه نفس
دكتور
الفكره. نعم.
sorry for disturbing. In the right tail دكتور
تي
T1
الفا اوفر 2. مش دي الفا اوفر 2، الحته دي
yes
دي هي الفا اوفر 2.
اوكي
يبقى
multiply the degree of freedom اللي هي ال n
مش
minus 1
ملتبلاي. التي تيبل يا زيد محتاج هنا الديجري اوف فريدم صح ولا لا؟ ومحتاج
yes
هنا الفا او الفا اوفر 2 صح؟
yes
يبقى محتاج تو انبوت تو هاف تي، الديجري اوف فريدم واحده منهم والالفا اوفر 2 واحده منهم. خلاص؟ عشان تو
تمام
يوز.
اوكي yes
ماشي يا ابني على مهلك.
تمام
طيب تمام كده، نفس الفكره. هودي الميو الناحيه الثانيه. خلاص؟ ماشي؟ نفس اللعب، يبقى ميو، الميو اهي، ودي هتبقى اكس بار ماينس تي ماشي، تي الفا اوفر 2 وان ماينس 1 دي الديجري اوف فريدم، وهنا ايه؟ اس على روت سكوير ان. ده اللور باوند. طيب ده اللور ايه؟ لور باوند. طيب والابر باوند؟ مش انا قلت لك التي هي بس تغير الاشاره دي الى ايه؟ بلس. خلاص؟ يبقى الانترفال بتاعك، وده الابر باوند، وده الايه؟ الابر. واحد عايز يكتبهم اقل من او يساوي زي ما انت عايز، زي ما انت عايز تكتب اللور باوند والابر باوند زي ما انت عايز. ناخد سكرين شوت يا زيد. صعبه دي. You know how to use the T table. You know how to use Z table. You will catch the information, sample size, the variance or the standard deviation of the population or the standard deviation of the sample, and you substitute here. You can find the lower bound and the upper bound for the mean, right? Okay. تمام كده يا شباب؟ صبايا. تمام؟
تمام دكتور
يلا
yes
نروح للفارينس. طب قبل ما نروح للفارينس، can I do this one by Excel؟ يلا كده معايا الله يرضى عليكم. بمناسبة الإكسل الفايل بتاعكم وصل لغايه فين دلوقتي؟ شايف كل محاضره كنا بندي مثال، فانت ده اللي بتضيفه للفايل بتاعك، لان واحده بعتت لي وقالت لي انا مش فاهمه وانا استغربت لهذا السؤال بصراحه. مكتوب عندك من الاول من على الاي ليرنينج من بدايه الفصل ان ده اللي هيكون عليه 30 ماركس، وده اللي يهمني بصراحه لان هو ده هيكون شغلك في الجراديويشن بروجكت اذا حبيت في الريسيرش بعدين. You will do it by hand. الاكزام doesn't make sense for you. ماشي. From the beginning of the semester, where is it? It's hiding. Yeah. I don't know where it is. Maybe okay. Maybe I deleted by mistake. Anyway, it is written in this one. Okay. Now, this is the Excel, right? I have a sample here n bigger than 30, right? So I can use what? I can use Z, right?
Yes.
Do you think I'm going to use a software to waste my time? Of course not. Okay. So I will upload this file to you, right? And please add this one to your confidence interval. And I will delete this one. Yes. And I will delete this one. Yes. And I will upload this one to you. And please open it with me to add it to your Excel. You are going to submit maybe after the next week with you, because we are very close to the final. You catch it?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. Can you open it with me, please? What I'm going to do, do you think I have a very straightforward function for this one, or I can do what? Go for data? Data analysis? Yes. Descriptive statistics will help me? Yes. Press OK. Input your data. Next, it is in column, yes. Labels, yes, because I have a name in the beginning of this one. And I'm looking for the output in the same sheet, so I'm choosing the first choice, output range. And I can click in any empty space enough to have my results. The confidence interval, confidence level for mean, yes, this is the one, the crucial one in this case. If alpha is 5%, you write this one 95%. If alpha is 10%, you write this one 90%. If alpha is 1%, you write this one 99%. Catch it? So most of time we don't care about this one. No, this time to have the confidence interval, we have to look at this. What I need from this one, I need a summary statistics, right? Let's press OK now. Most of time using descriptive statistics, I'm looking for the mean, the standard deviation, the mode, okay? And the variance, cortices, skewness, range, minimum, etc. This time, I'm looking for the last piece. What do you call this one? Confidence level? Yes. What is this one? This is a confidence interval. This is a confidence interval. So this is a value. What is the mean? What is the mean here?
Doctor,
Sorry?
I'm really sorry, but can you repeat again? from the Excel part because it wasn't loaded from Windows.
Okay, no problem. I will do it again. Now, you go for data analysis, go for descriptive statistics, press OK. I will delete everything. Okay. How to input the data? You just come from the beginning and I get the title for the column. So it is in column. It is labeled because I include the title. Now I would like to have my result in where. Yes, I can go anywhere when I have enough space. Here, I just click here. And I have to be very careful. My cursor will be in this window, right? Next, I need a summary statistics. I have to take it. This is a confidence level. I didn't care about it before when I use a descriptive statistic because I'm looking for the mean and the mode and the median and the cortices and skewness. But this time I'm looking for the confidence level. So if alpha is 5%, I put this confidence level of interval, confidence level will be 95% because the level of confidence plus the level of significance equal 100, right? Because this is a total probability. Now, if alpha is 1%, I write this one 99%. If alpha is 10%, I write this 20%. Now I can press OK. I'll get the result. I just expand this one to have to read.
Doctor, but alpha is how many percent? 95?
I didn't give it to you, right? So we write alpha here, given.
So in the
5%.
summary statistics, I leave it as it is, 95?
No. It will be given in the question, right?
Yeah.
So I give it to you 5% in this case, right?
Okay.
And
So
we will,
as
I will
5%.
do it, yeah, I will do it again for 1%. Don't worry, right? So this is the mean. Sorry.
Do we also highlight the title?
Yeah.
Doctor?
Yes.
Doctor, I'm not sure why, but I just can't find data analysis, although I used to use it last time. Can you remind me how to find it?
Can you share
Yes.
your screen, please?
Yeah, I don't know where is it.
Can you expand the Excel? Go for tools, go for data, put the cursor in the data.
Okay.
Okay, go for tools. Do you have tools here? You should have it somewhere.
No, I don't know what happened. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll find it for you. It is in the tools anyway. So go for the.
That's.
You have data analysis supposed to be in the right-hand side. Yeah, go for data tool. Okay, don't worry. Right-click again, just to check it is maybe someone untick it for you. Customize. No. Click away of this. No. Yes, okay. Add ends in the left-hand side. Yeah. Go, press go. It is already text, right? Press OK. Now go for data.
Yeah, that is data.
Ah, I got it. Just escape from this cell number 10. Just make escape. Okay, now go for data.
It is on data.
It is not. Where it is? It's supposed to be here.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
weird. It used.
Go for view. Let's view. You don't have it in the view here. Go for this one by one, and I don't know where it is. It's supposed to be in the tool. No. This is fine. Home. You have Okay.
Nothing.
Go for the second one. No, that's one. Okay. Okay.
No, here either.
Can you make it bigger, please? Maybe someone hide it in, or you click by mistake here. Yeah. Data
Here?
tool. It is in the data tool. Supposed to be in the data tool, right?
No, what is that?
No, in data tool. To the right.
Where
To
is
the right. To
here?
the right.
Like this one?
Yeah. Supposed to be in this one, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyone, let's finish and I'll come back to you.
That's okay. Thank you.
So this is your value. I would like to have the lower bound. How to find the lower bound? Yes, the
Doctor,
lower bound is x bar with this one minus x bar, right? So I press equal, okay? So it is x bar, this one minus, sorry, the mean. This is the mean minus the confidence interval. Sorry, I have to write minus. You have the difference between your sample mean minus this value, which is, they call it a marginal error, and press equal, right? This is the lower bound. What about the upper bound? Upper bound is what? Equal, you have the mean plus this margin error. Let's see. So your population mean will lying between 23 point something plus and 39 is easy. Let's do it by hand. Okay, because in the final exam.
Doctor,
Sorry?
Doctor, can you repeat lower limit?
This is the mean, right?
The mean minus
Of the sample mean. This is the sample mean. This is the sample mean. Because I use that, which is x bar, right? And this is the lower bound for what? Population mean,
for the TAZ. Yes.
population mean. Population mean lower bound, right? And the population mean upper bound is this one, right? Let's do it by hand, because in the final exam I have to do it by hand, right? So what I'm going to do, I have a sample with n. What is n? What is n in this question? What is sample size? How many items you have? N is given to you.
50.
50? 50?
50, Doctor. 50.
50?
50, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So n is 50. Sigma is given? No, sigma is unknown, right? So I have to have x bar also. X bar equal S equal x bar. Do you know how to do it by the calculator? Okay, so I will get the same value, this one. 31.5 using the calculator, and also the standard deviation.
Doctor, just one question.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you get on the Excel? How did we figure out what the upper bound is?
I got it. Now what the lower bound is, your mean, sample mean X bar minus the marginal error, which is this one, right?
Yeah.
And the upper bound will be the mean plus the marginal, because it will be the right value, right? So it will be the X bar plus this marginal error, right? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, by hand, you have the data here. You have a data here. And with n equal, you have the mean, the standard deviation, right? Okay, so you have to find what? Sigma unknown and n greater than what? 30. So I can use Z. So use Z. What is the lower bound? Mu greater than what? X bar minus, yes, Z alpha
Z
over 2.
alpha over 2.
No sigma, it is S over root square n. Less than, this is the lower bound. And this is the upper bound here, which is X bar plus Z alpha over 2 S over root square n. Let's just substitute. That is all. X bar is what? 31.5, right? Minus Z alpha over 2, alpha is given to you 5%. So I'm looking for Z of 0.05 over 2. S is what? 28.7 over root square of 50 less than X bar is 31.5 plus, I will leave this one to have it in the table. S is 28.7 over root square 50. Do you have Z table? Yes, we have it. This is the Z table. I will open it. Now, I'm looking for Z for 0.05 over 2. O over 5 over 2 is what? It is what? 0.025, right? I'm correct? Okay. If I have Z negative, I can have it here, right? So I can have 0.025. Do you have it here? It's very close up here. Yes. Okay. 0.025. This is the one. Is it? Guys?
Yes, doctor.
Yes. So this is very close to 0.025. What it is? So it will be minus 1.9. And here, if I go up to here, this is closer than this one. This is closer to 0.025. So it will be 0.6, right? Okay. So if I don't know, I don't have the Z negative, what I'm going to do? I have only Z positive. As I told you, Z of is Z 0.025 is exactly equal to Z of 0.975. Okay, so if I go for 0.975, I have it here in the Z positive. Z is 1.9 and the second decimal places will be 0.6, right? So Z will be 1.96. Catch it? Now, can you substitute this one and give me mu bigger than what and less than what? This is 1.96 can use your calculator to calculate this one, please. This is 1.96. This is 1.96. So when you calculate it, you will have the lower bound and the upper bound. Can you calculate this one and give it to me? Supposed to be very close to this one.
It's 23.54.
54. And the other one? Excel is more accurate than by hand, of course, because you just approximate some values. So what is the right value?
39.45.
Thank you very much. So this is the lower bound. And this is the upper bound. Okay. So please, I will have this one. What is the question? Yeah.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes.
Since sigma is unknown, why did we use z-test?
I put S by sigma. Okay. But n is greater than 30 in this case, right? For me, I don't use it, to be honest. For me, I don't use it. I prefer T. I will do it by T, don't worry. But up to the box, all the box saying if sigma is unknown and your sample size is bigger than 30, so you can use the Z, right? Now we solve it by hand. I can take a screenshot. Okay.
دكتور ممكن تعيد بارت الزد كريتيكال ازاي طلعنا من الجدول؟
So I'm just, this one is not belonging to me. Oops, sorry. Noor, what is the result you have?
No, doctor, she's talking about Excel.
Excel؟ هي اللي تتكلم يا بنتي والله مش عارف يعني. اوكي anyway. ايوه يا ابني بتقول لي اقول ايه؟ اشرح لك ايه؟ You just buy the calculator.
دكتور ازاي طلعنا من الجدول الزد؟
Z table. How to use the Z table? You are looking, Z table has a negative and positive, right? You are looking for Z alpha over 2. Alpha over 2 is less than 0.5, so you will catch it in the negative Z. So you are looking for 0.25. So 0.25, you will catch it very close to the 1.96, right? So it will be here, right? If you don't have the Z table, negative Z table, you have positive Z table. And as I explained it to you, and you know from the previous prerequisite, Z alpha over 2 is exactly Z at 0.025. This is the area you are looking for here, 0.025. But you have Z negative. What about if I don't have Z negative and I have only a positive Z table? Yes, 0.025, 1 minus 0.025 will give you 975. So you are looking for 0.975. 0.975, you have it already here, 0.975. So what is the value of Z? 1.9, and this second decimal place is 0.06. You add 0.06 to 1.9, it gives you 1.96. Okay now?
تمام يا دكتور.
شكرا. Okay. Now, if I'm changing the question and I give you alpha different, 10%, so you can carry on using the table. Okay. I will do it by T test. If I don't like to use Z, right? And using T, so mu will be X bar minus what? T alpha over 2 and degree of freedom by n
degree
minus
of freedom, yes, and -1.
Yes, excellent. And you have S because sigma unknown عشان زميلكم ما يزعلش بس. And I prefer sigma unknown. Will n, they said less than 30. Because n is less than 30, we use it. Bigger than 30, we use it. But also you can use T. Let's go for T. So S over, yes, over what? Sigma n. And here T. And the upper bound will be X bar plus, yes, T alpha over 2. And the degree of freedom is n minus 1. And you have S over root square. We have the whole information here, right? So n is what? 50. S is what? 28.7. Okay. T for alpha, alpha is what? 0.05 over 2, it will be 0.025. The degree of freedom is 49. Okay. X bar is what? By the calculator, if I do it by hand, 31.5. Okay. And the population mean will be less than the upper bound. X bar is what? It's 31.5 plus T of 0.025 and degree of freedom 49 times S, which is 28.7 over root square of the sample size 50. Now, how I can use T table? I have T table and I know how to use it. Where is it? Okay. Now I'll open it. Okay, down this one. Where is the T? Yeah, it is. I'm looking for T. Alpha over 2 is what? Is 0.025. Here it is. 0.025. Degree of freedom is what? 49. So I go down. Remember, this is one tail, two tail, 50%. One tail 0.25. So this is the one I'm looking for, right? Okay. So T is what? Where is the 49? 49, you don't have 49, right? In this table. So you have 40 and 60. So you have to look for these two together and you have the average of this one, right? Okay. So T alpha over 2. So what is alpha over 2? 0.025. T of 0.025. Can you see it? Or T of 0.975. It's whatever you like. Yeah, here it is, right? This is a mistake. If you go for this one. So T of 0.025 is the same as T of 1 minus 0.025. So it will be T of 0.975. Here it is, right? Okay, and then going down until I reach degree of freedom. Remember, we have from the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are in the 5 from the left. And I cast the 49. I don't have 49. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm between 40 and 60. So I add this two together and I have the average. So I will have this one, it will be 0.975. Okay, for degree of freedom of 40 plus, yes, plus yes. I can put it down. Okay, so I will catch this two, right, and add them together. So plus T of 0.975 and 60, because I don't have exactly, and I divided by 2. So what is the at 40 is equal to what? I have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2.021. 2.021 plus the other value at 60, it will be 2, exactly 2 over 2. So when you don't have a value and your value is lying between two values, you have the average of the T for this two, right? So now you have T for this one is equal to what?
2.0105.
Thank you very much. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just cancel this one. I put the value 2.0105. And in this side also 2.0105. Can you give me the value, please? So your
23.33.
Sorry, 30.
23.33.
Thank you. And the right hand side? This is the lower bound.
Doctor, I have a different value, 8.16.
8? No,
Yes.
8 will be this only this part, right? You forget
Yes.
1.5.
Okay.
Okay, I catch you. Okay. This is the lower bound. And the upper bound?
39.6.
39.6. This is the upper bound. So the population mean, interval of confidence, they write it like this sometimes, right? Between what? 23.33 and 39.6. That's it. So I use T and Z. Easy. I remind you how to use a table for Z, for T as well. And if you don't have the
Yes,
specific
doctor.
value and it is between two values, you get the first one plus the second one over 2. Okay.
Doctor,
Let's go for
in
yes.
this question, I have one question, sorry. And when we go to the test, the table,
Yes.
كنا عند 0.25, then we go to 0.025. Why?
I am looking for T, right? At 0.025. I don't have T for 0.025 Z. But some students have a mistake and looking for 0. This is 0.25, not 0.025, right?
Okay, تمام.
Okay, that's good. Good
Thank
question.
you.
Now let's go for the last piece of the lecture. Now you have a summary, you work by hand, so you have no excuse, right? Let's go for the last part. Do you remember? Go for the confidence interval. Of confidence for the population variance. As simple as that. Do you remember we use what? Yes, you use the chi-square, if you remember. We're using chi-square. And we have this formula for the chi-square for comparing one sample variance. I think you are familiar with the notation now, as I explained it here in the beginning of the lecture. X bar is a sample mean, sigma square is a population mean, n is the sample size, s square is the variance of the sample, so s only will be the standard deviation of the sample. Now, yes, this is the chi-square. Okay, again, you just multiply like this. So you will have sigma square in one side. And you get this one chi-square in this side, right? So sigma square will be, yes, n minus 1 times s square over chi-square. Yes, I have here, as I said, in this side, you have at alpha over 2. This is the area alpha over 2. And this is here at 1 minus alpha over 2, right? So you have a right chi-square and left chi-square. So the left chi-square is alpha over 2. In the chi-square, you need also a degree of freedom, very similar to the TE. What is the degree of freedom? Is the sample size minus 1. Okay. Now, what about the right-hand side? It will be the same, n minus 1, s square over, yes, chi-square of what? Chi-square of 1 minus alpha over 2 and the degree of freedom and n, oh sorry, n minus 1 times s squared. This is the formula you are going to use. You have everything, right? Let's go for the same sample. We have this one, and I don't have time to do it by the calculator, but in the exam we will be given smaller data to manage. Okay, so what is that? Yes, I have s squared. What is s squared? As I remember, it was 28 something. Yeah, 28.7. 28.7, it was the S or S square?
This.
S only, the standard deviation. But the variance will be the square of this one, right? So be very careful with the confidence interval for the variance. 20.87 square. N minus 1 is 50 minus 1, right? Over chi-square of 0.025 and 49. Less than sigma square. N minus 1 is 50 minus 1 over, and s square is 28.7 square over chi-square of 1 minus alpha, it will be 0.975, and the degree of freedom will be 49. What's left? This value of chi-square. How to find chi-square for 0.025 and degree of freedom 49? Do you have the chi-square table? I think we have it. Where it is? It was, yes, chi-square. I don't have it as a PDF. I think I have it here. Okay. You can find it from the Google. Okay. This is the chi-square table. Okay. So you are looking for Degree of freedom 49. What is the degree of freedom 49 over here? You don't have 49, right? Do you?
No, we have 50.
You have 40 and 50, right? 40 and 50. And looking for 0.025. Yes, here it is 0.025, right? Here is 0.025. And go down until you reach 50. So what is the value for 40? 69.7, right? And
Yes.
for 50 is 8.2. So what I'm going to do, I have to add them together, right? So this one, I don't have it in the table. So I'll get the value of at 40. I don't have this one. I have for 40 and 50, right? So this value will equal to what? What's for 40? I'll go for 0.025 and go down until I reach
69.7.
69.7. 69.7. And the other one down here, 82
82.66.
plus over 2. So what is the value?
الدكتور بس هاي 40 و 50 and we need the 49.
Yes, okay. 49 between
take
what?
the-
Between 40 and 50.
For,
Okay. So what is the
Okay.
average of this one? Of 82.66. Sorry?
76.15.
Thank you. Let's go for the other one. Okay. I don't have 49. So I have for 40 and 50, right? And 0.975. What is 0.975? I don't have 0.975. So what's the equivalent of 0.975? 1 minus 0.975. Guys,
دكتور كيف again
chi square, it is positive, right?
yes
It is positive. So the same value for 0.025 is the same as 0.975, right? Sorry, 0.025, it is the same as 0.975. I don't have 0.975. Do you have here? No. So I said this one minus 0.975 is 0.025. Where is 0.025? Here it is. I'm going down until I reach 49. I don't have 49. I have 40 and 50. So what is the lower one? 59.35, right? And the other one? The other one is? 0.025 because I don't have 0.975. So 1 minus this one, it gave me 0.925. I'm looking for the degree of freedom 49. I don't have 49, I have 40. And I reach 0.0, so 59.34. Okay, and the other one 71.42. So what is the average of this one?
65.38.
65.38. Now, my sigma will lies between what and what? So all of this value will equal to what? And what is the all value in this one?
دكتور
Yes.
ليه في أول اللي هو اللور باوند خدنا إنه 82.66 و 69.7
Because I don't have 49 degree of freedom 49 as my question says, right?
No, I mean the alpha دكتور مش مفروض هي alpha over 2 0.025.
Yes.
احنا خدناها ال 0.0025. Why is that?
No, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. Sorry. I'm looking. I'm writing it down here. 0.025. Where is 0.025? This is the one. احنا قلبناهم. شكرا يا ابني. يبقى هنا 0.025 كام يا ابني عند ال 40؟ 59.
59.34.
احنا عكسناهم بس للاسف ما انتبهتش انا. والثانيه
71.42.
71.42. خلاص على 2 يديني كام؟ 65.38 صح؟ ايوه احنا عكسناه 65.38. طيب والثانيه 0.0971 دي ممكن اعملها 1 ماينس تمام؟ فدي انا ما عنديش دي عندي 0.025 صح كده؟
تمام.
فهي يبقى هنا كام هنا؟ No, this is a mistake here. What is the mistake? 1 minus 0 point alpha over 2 is 0 point. So what is the difference between this one and that one? 1 minus this one. Can you subtract 1 minus alpha over 2? Okay, I will let you go if you have a lecture, and also I have a lecture, and go back to the
0.75.
okay 0.75. 75. So what is the 0.75 here?
975.
975. Do you have it here? This is the material. If you remember this one, how to use the table. Okay. Go back for this one and check how to find the chi-square.